Hello and welcome to Here's the Process. Today we'll be turning this huge long stick into one or two little wooden swords. So the first step to making this sword is to find the right length that we want. Do we want to be a short sword, a very long sword, or maybe like katana size sword? Who knows? So that's the first step. And I'll do that just by marking with a knife.
The length is really up to preference. Do you want it one-handed, two-handed, short, long?
So after you've marked up the wood for where you want it to cut and with the lengths and everything, now you're gonna clamp it up and saw the back end. So now that you've got the length cut out, what you're gonna need to do is find which end is gonna be the tip. So I think I'm gonna go for this end is gonna be the tip. This end will be the handle. And then what you have to do after that is you have to kind of think up the shape you want. Now this one is gonna be a narrow sword, as you can tell already, just because it's narrow wood. And so I think it's gonna be more like a fencing looking type sword. The choice is yours. The way to do it is almost the same for each one though.
So I'm starting at the tip of the sword because I want to have a rough idea of where my blade is going to start. Because if I start at the handle, then I might do the handle backwards and who knows. And I want to make sure I avoid as many knots in the wood as possible because I literally just found this wood on the road.
So I have a change of plans. So originally I was gonna make a one-handed, or really I was gonna go for a two-handed, long but fast sword. And I realized this handle's just too short for two hands. There's no way two of my hands are gonna fit. And so what I'm deciding to do now, as my change of plans, is I'm gonna make it like a little dagger, a one-handed short sword type thing. So I'm gonna nicely chisel it off here to a point right around here. So we're getting rid of quite a bit actually. And then I still think it'll look nice. But yeah. So the camera died. But all I've done is I made it a bit smaller. So now it's more of a knife size. And then I made the blade part more, visible. Gave it this nice rounded edge and then a point. Took all the dirty wood off, so now it's just this new wood. And then I shaped a handle that I like, so I just like to feel it a lot. And I'll sand it down and do everything later, but I think there's a few chunks of wood I should get out here and a chunk or two here. Just make it a little smaller, but I like it. So the next step after getting those chunks of wood out is going to be to sand it all down and put grooves in it and just make it more comfortable. So I'm coming in with 150 grit sandpaper here, and I'm rounding the handle and going against the blade, just smoothing it all up. Another thing is you want to close your eyes and spin the handle around and see if you can find the blade just from feeling the handle. And that's a sign that A, it's comfortable, but also B, it's just the right shape handle. And just like that, you've got yourself a super simple, fun to use, easy to make, wooden knife, sword, spear, whatever you want it to be. They're all made the same way. If you've made it this far, thank you. Hope you enjoyed, found it entertaining. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a nice look like I do for all my wooden knives and swords. So here we go.